Hi everybody and welcome. My name is Lorna. I'm a psychotherapist and trauma-informed yoga teacher, and we're going to do some yoga today without a mat, just a seat, so we can just do it, just without too much preparation or thinking about it too much. So let's begin by placing both feet on the floor and just taking a moment just to connect with the floor, maybe tapping your heels, tapping your toes. Just noticing where your body's in contact with the floor, the spine, sitting on the chair. And we're going to begin to lengthen. So just in your mind's eye, if you like, and when you're ready, lengthening the spine. You might want to get a hold of the chair. Lengthen the spine. If you like, and when you're ready, you might want to lengthen. And if you like, you might want to inhale through the nose or the mouth. You choose, you decide. And maybe on your next inhalation, when you lengthen, taking our awareness or even your gaze up to the ceiling. You might want to smile. Exhale down to the floor, wiggle your toes. Next inhalation, lengthen. Gaze up. Flick the eyes, have a squeeze of the face. Might want to put your neck a bit further up. I'd invite you to sip a bit more breath. Exhale, lengthen, feel the flow, down to the floor. One more time. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Gaze up, smile. You may want to inhale. Exhale, attention down to the floor. This time, bringing our hands in. So we're going to let our arms come by the side of the body. And we're going to inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. When you're ready, palms together. So we're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale. You may want to take the gaze up, depending on how your neck's feeling today. Smile. Exhale for the second time, bringing it down the middle. Gently slowing down that exhalation, noticing your hands arriving in front of you. For the final time, inhale. Maybe I'd invite you here to sip a little bit more breath. And exhale, palms together. Brilliant. Now letting your hands land on your knees. And I'm going to invite you to come right onto the edge of your seat. I've got a little cushion for a little bit of extra padding. So right onto the edge of your seat, hands on the knees. Just giving your hands a little rub on your knees. Just so you can feel the contact there. And I'm going to invite you, if you like, and when you're ready, to roll your shoulders back. Oh, clicks and pops. Just noticing any clicks and pops that maybe be going on, and let's experiment with doing that on one side, then right away let's do it on the other side. So can I notice a difference between one side and, yeah, this side's definitely a bit tighter. Yours probably is a bit different. So let's just experiment with trying that in the other direction. Noticing what's happening on one side to the other. Okay, so keeping a hold of the hands, I'm going to invite you to drop your chin to your chest and slowly arch the spine back. And if you like, and when you're ready, pulling on your knees to arch forward, opening the heart space, widening the shoulders, gaze up to the ceiling again, smile. So I'll invite you here, if you like, to inhale through the nose or the mouth. You choose, you decide. Just softly if it's through the mouth. And exhale back. So that tension and stiffness that we all notice is like a fuzz. And it builds up a lot in the winter and just overnight when we sleep. And just by doing this, maybe 3 or 4 times, it's gentle movement, pulling back, arching the spine, tucking the chin to the chest. It's going to start to dissolve that fuzz. We all get it. We all get it. So just noticing that tension, mid-spine, upper spine, neck, tuck the chin in, opening back up. Excellent. Coming back to neutral, what I'd like you to do is gently take your head to one side, just till you get to an edge. So you're going to feel no pain. We just want to notice an edge. Then let's go to the other side. Oh, what's happening here? Notice any clicks and pops. Let's take it back to the other side. And then back to the other side. Okay, so what was going on there? One side and then the other side. Roll the shoulders again down away from the ears. Shoulders are melting down the spine. Spine lengthens. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, back to neutral. I'm going to invite you here. Just turn your head again till you get to that edge. Stay there. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, just release through the mouth. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale. One more time. I'll invite you here just to look at something different in the room because you can get bored quite quickly. So look at a different colour, another edge, another corner of something, just to keep us in the room. Okay, let's turn the head in the other direction. Let's get to that edge, that point. And again, let's inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Through the mouth. Let it go. And again, inhale, lengthen. So if you're breathing into that tension in the neck, upper shoulders, back. And release. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Excellent. Let that go. And I'm going to invite you to take your chin back to your chest again. Arch the spine again. Pull back a little further. Back a little further. Pull your hands on your knees, opening that up. One more time. Pull it back. Opening that back up. Excellent. And now let your hands go at the side. I want you to give your hands a shake. And then shake them in the other direction. Shake, 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 shake. When we get stressed and anxious, we store all this adrenaline and cortisol in our outer joints. So give them a good shake. Give them a good shake. Great. And I'm going to invite you to interlink your hands. Interlink your hands. Flip the hands over. And we're going to bring the arms up. If that's too tight, open the arms up and keep it wide because we want to create space. So you do what's right for you. Maybe sip a bit of breath. Just be curious about that at the top. Exhale down. Do that again, but let's make it a little bit more big. So inhale up. Gaze up, smile. Maybe sip a bit more breath here. Exhale. Lower that down. And one more time. Big inhale. Exhale. Fantastic. Now I'm letting one hand go onto the other knee. So you're crossing the front of the body, lengthen the spine, create space, and with this other hand that's floating around, get a hold of the chair, the side of the chair, the back of the chair, and really come onto the edge of your seat here. And before we move or do anything, let's lengthen our spine. And then with the exhalation, gently twisting from the abdomen. It's easy just to switch the shoulders, but we're just going to do it from around the belly button area. So inhale, exhale, gently just twist, just rotating there. There's nowhere to go really, nowhere to be any quickly, but just inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. So just stay in here for one moment as we did earlier. Inhale, lengthen, take your attention, even your eyes, up to the ceiling. Exhale, awareness down to the floor. Give your toes a wiggle. Notice that you're sitting on your seat. And again, ceiling or to the sky, and then down to the floor. Brilliant. Rotate that, coming out of that slowly. Have a wiggle, have a move. Get settled again. Other arm, other leg. Lengthen that spine, lengthen the spine. And let's inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting from the abdomen. Inhale, lengthen. And twisting from the abdomen. Again, we're not going to beyond any edge. If your neck is speaking to you, because we've just had awareness on that, just back off. How can we back off from this edge? Might want to grab a hold of a different part of the chair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And let's take our awareness up to the ceiling. Inhale. If you've got your eyes closed, take your awareness up. If your eyes are open, take your gaze up. And then exhale down to the floor. Through where you're sitting. Might want to wiggle your toes. And again, inhale. Right up to the ceiling, smile. And release, slowly come back. Excellent. Now sitting right on the edge of the seat here, I'm going to invite you to bring your hands to your heart space. Hands to your heart space. And we're going to take an inhale. Take the arms wide. You might want to put some circles into your wrists. Give your fingers a wiggle. Play the piano a bit. And you nip the shoulder blades. Can you lengthen that spine? Chin up. Gaze up. Smile. Take a deep breath. Sip a bit more. Can you watch your hands landing together? And you notice when your hands come in contact with each other. Sometimes we notice and sometimes we don't, and that's okay. Let's do that again. Inhale. Create more space at the front of your body. What you want to do with your wrists, have a stretch. Give your face a little bit of a face gym workout, a little bit of a yawn. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Hands land. Excellent. So now let's get a hold of the side of the chair with one arm. And I'd like you to get a hold of the chair and lengthen that spine again. Give your toes a wiggle. And with one arm, I'd like you to inhale. Bring it over, side bend. And in your mind's eye, I'd like you to imagine that you're inflating your side ribs like a fish's gills. Slowly release. And on the other side. And slowly release. Now let's make that a little bit bigger. So we're going to sweep the arm out. Inhale. Taking it over. Just stay here for a moment. Sip a bit more breath. Exhale. Take it back down. Let's do that on the other side, a bit bigger. Inhale. Sip a bit more breath. Take the gaze up, smile. Exhale down. Fantastic. Great. Now, the hips. I'm going to invite you now to come right onto the edge of your seat. And with one foot, I'm going to ask you, can you bring your foot up to your knee? If not, an alternative is just cross the ankles. Or you can sit back a bit if you need to for your hips. I'm going to work with this. So you've got one ankle on top of the knee. And get a hold of the foot and get a hold of the knee. Okay? If your feet's cold, you might want to give it a bit of a rub. And I want you just to notice that tension holding what's going on in the muscles in the leg and the knee. And have a little wiggle, have a little move. How can you get more comfortable here? How can you get more comfortable? And we're going to just slowly get a hold of the leg and give it a bit of a rock. If you're super flexible, you might be able to get your knee into your elbow. And then you can look at your knee. It's called rocking the baby, which is a bit odd. So we're just working in the hip, maybe taking it up and down, maybe you round a little bit. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. So letting that go, shaking the leg out. Good shake, look at that ankle, put some circles in that ankle. What's going on there? Sometimes it can feel like little pebbles or little grains of sand, clicks and pops. Okay, so let's go on the other side now. So bringing the other ankle up to above the knee. Oh, is one side tighter than the other? This is for me. Give your feet a bit of a warm, bit of a rub if they're cold. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the spine. Notice that tension in the hip. Notice the tension in the hip. I'd like you now to get a hold of the hip and put some movement in there. Maybe some circles, maybe up and down, even if it's just super small. Starting to wake the hips up, excellent. Placing the hip back down. And we're going to inhale. Awareness up to the ceiling. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, eyes open or closed, up to the ceiling or the sky. This time on the exhalation, I'd like you to take your awareness when we go down through the tension in the hip and then down to the floor. And again, up to the ceiling, down, any tension in the hip, notice it, and then down to the floor. Let's cross over and do that on the other side. Inhale, up, exhale. Notice that tension, then go down to the floor, into the floor. Inhale up, exhale down into the floor. No, just pass through that tension in the hip. Great. Now I'm going to invite you to sit right on the edge of your chair, on the edge of your chair. And we're going to sit a little bit wider. So I'm balancing on a bit of a garden seat here. Okay, so we're going to come a little bit wider. I'd like you to lengthen your spine. So just being curious what it feels like to sit here, lengthen your spine. And I'd like you to have your feet a little bit out. So one foot's at sort of out a bit like 2 o'clock and that one's at 10 o'clock. I think that's right. Okay. And then we're going to inhale. Perched on the edge of that seat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Make a fist. Pull it down. Inhale, lengthen. Fingers pointed, exhale. Make a fist. 3 more times. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen up. Awareness up to the ceiling, gaze up, smile. One more time. Pull it down. This time, arms out front. Fists, exhale. Pull it back. 4 more. Pull the belly button in when you pull the arms in. 2 more. One more for luck. Go on. Pull the belly button in. Lengthen the spine. And let go. And let go. Slowly bringing the feet together. Slowly bringing the feet together, sitting slightly back in the mat on your chair. We're going to lean a little bit forward. Stay here if this feels okay for you. Notice your lower spine, lengthen the spine. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And if you like, and when you're ready, let the hands come to the floor if that feels okay. You may even want to get one hand, get a hold of an elbow, other hand, get a hold of the other elbow, so they're sort of cradled, just to give a bit of weight to allow yourself to fall here. Eyes open or closed, you choose, you decide. Natural breath. Natural breath. Head is soft, no action, no tension, nothing to do in the neck, the head, just let it fall. Let it fall like a mango on a mango tree. Heavy. Head is heavy. Head is heavy. And slowly beginning to wiggle your toes. Push through your feet to gently come back up, making yourself comfortable. Lengthening the spine again. Lengthening the spine and gently putting the hand on one cheek. Hand on one cheek. Lengthen the spine. Lengthen the spine. Can you notice the warmth of your hand on the side of your face? And gently let the head fall into the hand. Eyes open or closed, you choose. You decide. So noticing the extension, the lengthening on the neck. Don't go past an edge. You can approach an edge, but just lengthening. And just take some easy breaths here. Noticing, are you able to maybe breathe into the neck? Can you let your head go a bit heavier? So your head's your hand's really supporting your head. And then slowly using your hand to push your head back up. And then if you like and when you're ready, we'll do that on the other side. So the hand goes in to the side of the face and just let the weight fall on one side. Heads are heavy. Heads are heavy. So just it takes a bit of a while to think, hang on, can I let the head go into the hand? Noticing the lengthening, the neck, back of the neck, shoulders. Can you straighten your spine here? Lengthen your spine and let your head go. Well done. Just taking some cooling breaths here. And slowly coming back up. Slowly coming back up, and we'll close with 3 breaths. So taking the arms out to the side, powerfully inhale up. Palms touch. Exhale. Slow it down. Slow it down. What happens when we slow down? 2 more times. Inhale. And you make it a bit bigger. You might want to take the gaze up. Smile. Sip a bit more breath at the top. Bring it back down. And for the final time, inhale up. Take the breath here that your body needs. The biggest breath you've taken all day. Do it right now. Through the nose or the mouth, you choose, you decide. Exhale through the mouth. Palms at the heart. And slowly letting go. Well done. Yoga done for the day. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.